There are no sponsors. The people who keep it going are those of us who watch it. It means taking a little money out of our pockets, but it's a small price to pay, really.
They talk about redistributing the wealth. They just presided over the biggest redistribution of wealth upward since the 1920s, and we all know how that ended.
The election is only a few days away. You're leading. All the polls are saying that you're leading. Or it may be too close to call. Or you haven't convinced all the independents that you needed to convince. So what are you going to do? You call the fixer.
The four things that really matter in a president are, number one, the philosophy. Number two, the policies. Number three, the ability to make a decision. And number four, the ability to execute that decision and make changes in people's lives. Has there ever been a campaign that involved so many people, that made so much use of the internet, that thought about how to solve problems, that gave people so much opportunity to give money, to give their time, to express their opinions, to do things? He has executed this campaign in a way that is different from modern and forward-thinking, something no one else ever could have done. He can be the chief executor of good intentions as president. You ought to vote for Barack Obama. He's got the best philosophy, he's got the best positions, he definitely has the decision-making ability, and he is a great executor.
The executor is now turning the heavy artillery towards John McCain, who's saying that government-inspired redistribution of wealth is Marxist. Obama responds he wants to undo the Bush damage to the Clinton years.
Lately they've been calling me a socialist, and they found evidence that when I was in kindergarten I used to share my toys, and when I was in 4th grade I split my peanut butter sandwich and gave it to my friend, and they said, look, he's a redistributionist. My Bible tells me that, there's nothing wrong with looking out for other people, that we want to treat others the way we want to be treated, that I am my brother's keeper and I am my sister's keeper.
Obama is not taking any chances, but he's keeping dreams alive. In an economy ravaged by casino capitalism, he dreams of being a new Clinton.
Quick show of hands, how many people make less than $250,000 a year? Raise your hand. That seems to be the majority. For small businesses, we're going to lower taxes. On small business, we're going to eliminate capital gains taxes for startups that are creating the jobs of the future. And by the way, 98% of small businesses make less than $250,000 a year. And 99.9% of plumbers make less than $250,000 a year. I will end this war in Iraq responsibly.
Could responsibly mean the US keeping military bases in Iraq? And for that matter, will the surge in Afghanistan turn into a war on Pakistan?
Go after Osama bin Laden and those who killed 3,000 Americans.
Bill Clinton making the sale is one thing. Barack Obama appealing to America's better angels in America's nature and changing the country and changing the world, as he promised at the end of his speech, it's a completely different story.
Donate today and receive a new documentary film available to members of the Real News Network. The History of the National Security State with legendary author Gore Vidal. Bonus features of the DVD include an in-depth response to Vidal from ex-CIA analyst Ray McGovern, who served under 7 U.S. presidents, an exclusive interview with Colin Powell's former Chief of Staff Larry Wilkerson, and an insightful interview with oil policy analyst Antonia Juhas.
The news magazine of the screen. Living glimpses of history in the making.
Hollywood and Washington is a symbiotic relationship. They both deal with illusions. Reality doesn't often play much of a part. I think I saw through the myth of the Cold War almost from the beginning. I was a Washington political kid from a political family. Roosevelt first had radio because he had this great speaking voice and everyone liked to hear. Truman proceeded to break every arrangement that Roosevelt had set up for a peaceful coexistence. And Truman thought that it would be a good idea. Why not just stay armed all the time? And then he devised the national security state. You've got to go up and swear allegiance to the United States or else you're a commie. I mean, we had imported fascism. We get Dwight Eisenhower, who said that we have this great military industrial complex. It is a dangerous thing. And he said this is going to change everything. And the way our country's governed is going to change us politically. Along comes Jack Kennedy, who wanted to make his mark, believed in the Cold War. But he said, in this kind of politics, it is the appearance of things that matters. I think everybody should take a sober look at the world about us. The national security state still exists, only it isn't communism anymore, it's terrorism. This is the most serious thing that has happened in the history of the United States. Knowledge is power. We need an honest news system.
We need the real news.
This is the sort of thing we can build right now without anyone else's permission from the government or from the business community. It's the power's in our hands.
If we're not going to sleepwalk into more wars, we think we need to start with a television news network that won't bow to pressure and has the courage to seek facts. And that means independent economics. And that's why we need you.
Make a tax-deductible donation now of at least $10 a month or a one-time give of at least $75. As a thank you for your support, we will send you the new documentary film, The History of the National Security State.